It is May 30th, 2024. We're doing great. We're washing out this AC unit. And I've been thinking a lot about. Um, I wanted to do a journal entry specifically about my views on collapsing time. Because I think that's one of the things a lot of people don't get with what I'm trying to accomplish is this concept of, can you collapse time? And I think it's possible, but the only way to do it is to get other people to align with where you're trying to go. So every company in the world is collapsing time for that company. Every employee is hired to perform a role in that organization to help that organization get where they're trying to go, wherever that may be. And so the idea of collapsing time comes from my belief that we only have 24 hours a day, each and every one of us, and that will never change, right? You never get more time. You can never own more time. You can rent time, right? You can hire someone to work with you and on your behalf, but you can never own their time. And that is one of the things that really sets us apart from machines and technology and everything else, is that our lives are dictated by time and everything going on around us. And so the idea of collapsing time is something only a leader can do of an organization. They must have an idea of where they're trying to go. I'm actually going to close this door real quick. They must have an idea of what they're trying to accomplish, whatever it happens to be. If it's make money, great. That's just not a very motivating goal, I think. But whatever that mission is, the leader has to instill the drive into every employee to accomplish that mission. They have to go out and say, okay, guys, this is where we're going. This is where we're trying to get to. And who knows if you'll get there or not, right? And that's life's, to me, life is about the journey. It's not about the destination. It's not about going somewhere where you know how to get there so you can be there. It's about saying, I think this could work, and I'm willing to risk my reputation. I'm willing to risk my time. I'm willing to risk my money to either prove or disprove it. Either way. But it comes down to the leader is the only one who can collapse time. And so then if you start thinking about the intersection between humans and companies and this idea of time, well, the human who founds a company, Mark Zuckerberg, has control of Facebook. Warren Buffett has control of Berkshire Hathaway. And so they invested the time up front to prove the idea out, to prove that this is feasible. It is something that people would use and want, and then slowly over time, it grows in popularity, it grows in what it's doing and how it's doing it. And to me, that's how you can collapse time, is by seeing something, starting it, and then sharing it with others. So Warren Buffett started Berkshire Hathaway decades ago, but today, anyone on the planet can collapse the time between him starting Berkshire Hathaway and owning a piece of what he started. Now, they don't get the returns that have been generated from then until now, but they do get ownership in the machine from now moving forward. So you can't go back and change the decision you've made to invest, but you could decide today to invest. You could decide today to invest and get that ownership. And that ownership is what value is tied to. Because at the end of the day, there will only be one Berkshire Hathaway company, right? There's only one company. He has control of it, and it's your choice or not to buy from them. It's your choice or not to have ownership in what he does. But the time's going to pass anyway, and he's going to do what he does anyway. That is, in my opinion, that's the true value of time. Each and every one of us get to determine where and how and who with we spend our time. And that's life. Is you're figuring out how do you want to invest your time. And so that's why I do a daily journal, is because my belief, if I want to collapse time, I need to paint the picture of where we're going every day and show the people who are on my team, hey, this is where we're going. And this is why we're going there. Because we're trying to collapse time between where we're at today and the world I see in 40 years. Now, my world in 40 years is not the world in 40 years. It's only my world. And that's one of my beliefs, is you can time travel in your own timeline, but you can't in anyone else's. You can go back through history and look at, hey, what's happened? How's it happening? What do I think is going to happen in my life? What do I want to make happen in my life? And so you can set goals and you can make decisions today based on the future you want to live. But you can only do it for yourself unless other people say, you know what, I like that vision. I like that idea of where you're trying to go, of what you're trying to do. I want to be a part of it too. And that's when we start adding the value of our time together, is the more people that we get to say, you know what, we don't believe everything each other believes, but, you know, I like some of the ideas. I like this concept of, hey, let's take care of each other better and let's help each other better. And slowly, we start the flywheel turning. And that's where I've been at for the last 2 years, is trying to get someone to see the flywheel that we're trying to get turning. And if it takes me another 30 years, the time's going to pass anyway. It's irrelevant. It's my time. I have to make decisions based on something. It might as well be based on the future I want to leave my kids. So that's just some of my ponderings on this concept of collapsing time. I would encourage you to think about, how could you collapse time in your world? Time's the most valuable asset you'll ever own. If you're not collapsing it, what are you doing with it? So this is a 3.5 ton AC unit, right?
Yep.
And so we're cleaning out the inside from all these leaves. Talk to me about why.
So it's not as big of a deal with air conditioners as it is heat pumps. So this being an air conditioner, I'm trying to keep the debris and stuff away from the compressor and the line sets. That can help trap some of the heat and add to some issues. But with the heat pump, it's more important because where the line sets run in, there's a kind of looks like a trident almost, and it's called a reversing valve. And so whenever the thermostat activates, it kind of works like a magnet. It's kind of a slider, so it'll slide left and right and change which direction the refrigerant's flowing. So like right now, this is your condensing coil.
Right.
Inside is your evaporator coil. So this condenses the refrigerant, and then inside evaporates it. On a heat pump, it flips it, and so your condensing coil actually becomes an evaporator coil. And when you evaporate refrigerant, it creates moisture and condensation, and so it'll start to build up moisture, and it'll start to drain water. So if you got all this crap in there, it can plug it up, and then especially during the middle of winter, if it can't drain, it'll ice up and ice up and ice up, and then the compressor will just be in a big ice block.
Gotcha.
Then we gotta come out with a heat gun and thaw it out and all that.
Oh yeah, because in the winter, if a system ices up, it's already cold.
Yep.
So it's not going to melt on its own.
And you're not gonna run the air conditioner in the winter.
Right.
So
That makes sense.
but like I said, I mean, I like to keep them clean because when rainwater and crap gets down in the bottom, then at least it can drain out easier and
Yeah.
keep the debris out so that it doesn't, degrade anything, and keep the compressor and all the line sets a little bit cooler.
Yep. I love it. Awesome. Thanks, Jordan. Good afternoon, everybody. I wanted to turn these on while I drove down this hill. This is the foothills in Boise, Idaho. And it is so cool to look down and see Boise. It's amazing. I love it. I love it. It's been a crazy day. Donald Trump was officially found guilty on 34 charges today in New York City. my personal feelings on that, I'm very sad about the state of the world we live in. I'm sad that the justice system that we have been a part of for so long here in America can be so skewed, in my opinion. Now, granted, I think this is one of the hard things about life, is everyone is entitled to their own opinions. Anyways, I'm gonna talk to Emily. See ya! You do. Alright. I'm gonna do that one. Nope. It's working.
Have you been listening all week?
Yeah, except Tuesday. I was
I know you were listening on Monday. I know you were listening yesterday. Oh, Tuesday was the only day I couldn't remember.
Yeah, they gave me Tuesday off because
Oh, that's right.
they were short a tech, I believe. We've been rolling, man. Cleaning AC units, changing people's lives. We'll get there. Do you mind me using you in my content? Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
No, I don't care if the corporate calls me like, hey, fire that every day.
Right.
Alright, Justin, thanks a lot.
Well, it'll be what it is. I really hope corporate doesn't do that.
I always thought that we would benefit from doing more on social media. Like, I was kind of thought we could benefit or do that part running like a social media account for us.
Yeah.
Putting our promotional emails and our deals and all that stuff on there. And we can do like, you know, that's what we do. Like videos of like, why it's important to have the image done. Why it's important to do this, to do that. You know, kind of like teaching stuff.
Totally. And that's so the reason I do everything the way I do it is because I believe education should be free. But I think you should be given an opportunity to invest in it because you take it more seriously.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And that's the whole theory behind my blog as an education system is it's free. Anyone can consume it, but you have to be a paying subscriber to get ownership of it. And so it's like, listen, you can do whatever you want to do. That's the wonderful thing about the true value of time, but so can I.
I was going to say, you can do whatever you want. There's nobody going to tell you what to do. Well, I mean, I guess there is.
Everyone will tell you what to do, but they can't make you. and that's why I believe control is given, it's never taken. Right? Like as a manager, I can tell someone what to do, and they may obey me in that moment, but I'll never know if they're doing it because they want me and us to be successful, or if they have ulterior motives for why they're doing anything they do. Right? Well, it's the end of the day. Time to get home and relax. Maybe. We'll see. I've warned the children that war is coming. The service war. We'll see how it goes. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Destination is on the right. 3011 East Tusa Street. Arrived.
Oh, saw ahead. Whoa! Oh! Ah! Oh! Oh no! Ah!
We had it planned.
Ah! Oh man!
You get one. I'm turning on four race. Going on four.
Ah! Ah! They're getting me! Oh no!
I need to reload.
Oh no!
Get me.
I'm running out of ammo. Quick, get Emily!
Okay.
No.
It's already obstructed.